How was your association, your lifelong association with Auburn, the college, the basketball program? How has that impacted you and affected your life?
Well, I think Auburn has affected my life more than anything. You know, it's a very unique place. You know, I did not know what a family it was until I got here. I mean, I came here to play basketball, and that probably turned out to be one of the best decisions I've ever made, because I don't know if I would have got to play right away at other schools. And so I got to play right away, and that obviously helped me become a better player. And over the years, I've realized what an amazing family it is. I mean, I've been all over the world, and people screaming War Eagle at me. It's pretty special. And I do. Every time I've been in so many different countries, and people screaming War Eagle at me. It's always pretty special every time I hear it. Obviously, I hear it a lot here in the States, but it's kind of weird and funny and special when you're in Germany or Spain or Italy, and people, Japan or China, and somebody screaming War Eagle at you. It's pretty cool.
Charles, you've been around Bruce and Stephen quite a bit.
Yes.
What's your take on Stephen taking over the job he'll do as head coach? Maybe how he's different than Bruce and how he's the same, maybe?
Well, I think he's got to figure out how he's different than Bruce. Because he's not Bruce. And the really cool thing about sports is sports are in real time. So I think he's had a great leader, a great mentor for a lot of years. Bruce is the greatest coach in Auburn basketball history. He's taken us places I never thought we would go. I mean, realistically, I've said this before, I never thought Auburn would make it to the Final Four, and we've been there twice now. So Bruce has taken the program places I never dreamed we would go. And Stephen has, you know, he's gonna have to figure out himself, because he's not BP. But like I say, all of y'all have had jobs and had great leaders and mentors who y'all have learned from. And Steve's going to have to pick and choose what he wants to take from his dad, but become his own man. But it's going to be different. There's a difference between being an assistant coach and a head coach. But I'm excited for Stephen. He's earned that opportunity. But Bruce has taken this program places where I never thought we'd go. So it's going to be fun to watch.
What just was your reaction when Bruce did retire, just when you saw that news?
Well, I wasn't shocked, because we I'll tell you the truth. So they gave Sonny Smith a Lifetime Achievement Award. So we had a conversation probably 2 or 3 months ago. And I know he was thinking about it. And I don't bug him after that, but we had a great conversation about that. But when I was like, okay, school's starting, the season starting, I thought he had changed his mind. And then I got obviously the news, and I was like, oh, okay. But so like I say, I was when we had our previous conversation, I knew he was thinking about it. But the closer we got to the season and school starting, I thought he had changed his mind. But he's earned that right to decide when he wants to, like I say, because he's taking Auburn places we never even dreamed of going. I mean, if you guys are realistic, I think, I don't think any of us thought that Auburn would be like, man, Auburn's been to the Final Four one time. Dang, Auburn's been to the Final Four twice in a really small period of time. So what he's done for this program has just been incredible. Hope that answers your question.
What do you think about like a guy like Todd Pettiford having the chance to go to the NBA and coming back to Auburn for another year, and just kind of the dynamic, how that's kind of changed, you know, from what it's been over the last, I guess, pre-NIL, really, how that's kind of changed everything?
Well, I think it's going to help him and a lot of these other players, because a lot of these players make bad decisions and they go to the NBA and don't make it, and they're kind of screwed. Listen, man, I always tell people, you can find out what the NBA think of you easily now more than ever. They'll tell you you're not going to get drafted in the first round, because first of all, there's no need to leave college if you're not going to go in the first round to get guaranteed money. especially now with the NIL situation. But I think he made a good decision. It's because going back, we've had a bunch of guys make really bad decisions. Because once you leave school and you don't make an NBA, you just kind of screwed.
How much do you think NIL and players staying in college they can still benefit financially from staying in college? How much do you feel like that has improved the college game?
I'm not sure it's improved the college game. I'm not sure it's helped the college game at all. I think, number one, I always want players to get whatever they can get. But the system we have in place right now is unsustainable. We can't be asking people to give up millions and millions of dollars every year. We can't have kids be free agents every year. There's nobody here got a job where they can get another job and so somebody offer them more money every year. That's just not the way the world works. But I'm not sure how we're gonna fix this thing. Like I say, I want the players to get whatever they can get, but asking people to come up with millions, I mean lots of millions too, because it's only gonna go up. There's nothing ever gonna go down. So the money's they're gonna keep asking for more and more and more. But my biggest problem is the transfer portal. You can't come and cherry pick my players, and it's really gonna kill the small schools. Because the big schools gonna come and cherry pick your players every year, and that's not fair at all. So I'm not sure. In the NCAA, I have zero faith in them. Zero faith in them. I saw a thing last year where they said junior college doesn't count, which is like, I don't think that's fair. We're gonna have guys who are, if you're in college for 6 or 7 years, you should be a doctor, not a player. If you're gonna be in college for 6 or 7 years, you should be Dr. Barkley, not Charles Barkley, the basketball player at 5 different schools. But I saw something last week which let me know that we need to do something about the NCAA, where they announced that they're gonna let college players bet on pro sports. If that's not the stupidest shit, you talk about putting your kids in the kitchen and turning the stove on. Like, you can't even, like when I heard that, I said, this got to be a joke. This got to be a joke. I mean, these are the people we got running college sports now. We want to know why it's a shit show. I mean, anybody think that's a good idea should have their head examined. Like, why would you even do that if you're the NCAA? Like, are you serious right now? You think that's a good idea? Because we've already got issues going on with kids gambling now when they shouldn't be gambling. I mean, this is just crazy.
Charles, what would your message be to the kids, 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid who isn't playing as much and goes looking for something instead of maybe developing in a program? What would your message be?
I think that I tell kids the number one thing is go somewhere where you're gonna get to play. I touched on it earlier. I came to Auburn because it gave me an opportunity to play right away. Because if you don't get to play, college gonna suck. The grades gonna suck, and obviously the sport gonna suck. And the little extra money you might be getting to go to a certain school, to me, is not worth it. I guess people gonna say, well, that's easy for him to say, but no, it's not. It's very easy for me to say, because you see it happen all the time in pro sports, where a guy take an extra few dollars and go to a team, and you never hear him again. I'm like, no, if you stayed with the team you were winning, you would have made some more money in playoffs or endorsement or whatever. But I tell the kids, hey man, go somewhere where you're gonna get to play. Don't worry about the money. I mean, like, and I tell kids this, there's a difference between money and a lot of money. There is a difference between money and a lot of money. Don't go to a certain school for just some money. Now, if they're gonna pay you double or triple, whatever, yeah, go ahead. You got to make a business decision. But if the money is comparable, go to the school that you want to, where you're gonna get an opportunity to play.
Charles, you guys are taking your show to a new
Yeah.
channel this year. You excited about that?
I'm cautiously optimistic. It's going to be an honor and a privilege to work for ESPN because they're the greatest sports network ever. But anytime you get a new job and a new company, there's going to be new rules. Which like I said earlier, we're going to be learning on the go. We've had a couple of good meetings because one of the things that concerned us was, number one, when we go to ABC, they have to leave early to go to ABC affiliates. And the second thing is, are they gonna rush us off the air to go to Sports Center? And they said yes and yes. But I guess they got this new thing now, this app. So we're gonna, when we have to rush to go to local, when we rush to go to Sports Center, they're gonna let us do what we did on TNT on the app. So now, one of my biggest concerns is we have shit on the fans so much, moving the games to NBC and Amazon. Fans gonna have a hard time finding the games because we're all gonna be on different nights now. But they just took the most money. They didn't care about the fans, which, hey, it is what it is. But also, we got to make sure the fans who want to see our show are going to go to the app. So it's a lot of moving parts. I've always said this, the most important part of our show is to make sure the fans enjoy it. And it's going to be interesting what happens going forward.